In this episode, we will be taking you on an unforgettable 3-day journey from Marrakech to the breathtaking Sahara Desert. This trip has been booked through Get Your Guide, and we will show you exactly what to expect if you are planning to do the same. We will drive through the stunning Atlas Mountains, explore ancient village, ride camels into the golden dunes, and spend a magical night under the stars in a traditional desert camp. So, if you ever dreamed about experiencing the beauty of Moroccan desert, then sit back and join us on this incredible adventure.
Well, good morning to another beautiful day here in Marrakech. Today is day number 3 and we're actually leaving Marrakech, but only for 3 days. We booked ourselves on 3-day trip from Get Your Guide to Sahara Desert, where we'll spend the night in luxury camp. But before reaching Sahara, we'll be stopping in a few places such as Atlas Mountains, Ait Benhaddou. It's a UNESCO site historical village in which the Game of Thrones was filmed, so that'll be awesome to visit. But first, we just wait for our minibus to pick us up, which should be here shortly.
Our journey begins as we hop into a minibus, leaving behind the chaos of Marrakech and heading towards the mighty Atlas Mountains. The scenery quickly transforms: lush green hills, dramatic valleys, and winding roads that carve through the peaks. After about 1 hour of drive, we make our first stop for breakfast. Now, here is a tip: while these roadside stops are popular with drivers, the options are pretty basic: tea, coffee, cold drinks, and a few pastries like croissants. If you are someone who needs a solid meal, I would recommend bringing some extra snacks and plenty of water, because this is going to be a long journey. Now, back to the road. We continue our climb to the Tizi and Tichka Pass, which is one of the highest mountain passes in Morocco. At 2,260 meters above sea level, the views are absolutely stunning. You will see the road twisting below like a ribbon and endless mountain peaks stretching into the horizon, and this is just the beginning. From there, we make our way down towards Ait Benhaddou, one of Morocco's most famous historical sites. This ancient Sahara or fortified village has stood for centuries guarding the old caravan route between the Sahara and Marrakech. But what makes this place even cooler is the fact that it's been the backdrop for some Hollywood biggest movies like Gladiator, Prince of Persia, Indiana Jones, or even Game of Thrones. And speaking of Game of Thrones, our guide here is no ordinary guide. Turns out he was actually an extra in the series, playing one of the unsullied warriors in Season 4, Episode 6. Pretty epic, right? Walking through the sun-baked alleys of Ait Benhaddou, we stopped at a small shop where artisans create paintings using fascinating technique, painting with fire. They use special chemicals to create invisible designs on papyrus, then hold them over a flame to reveal the hidden artwork. The paintings are pricey, but you can find similar ones in Marrakech, though whether they're handmade like this, hard to say. After climbing to the Benhaddou for insane panoramic views, we hop back into the minibus and make a quick stop at the Atlas Studios, which is another famous filming location. Though we didn't go inside, just standing outside felt like stepping into a movie set. As we were leaving, a convoy of black Toyotas 4x4 arrived. Maybe a private tour or the start of another Hollywood blockbuster. Now, after nearly 10 hours of driving, we arrived at Monkey Fingers, a surreal rock formation that looks like, well, monkey fingers. With its deep orange color, surrounded by small lush oases, it's an incredible sight, especially at sunset. As the night falls, we arrived at a charming family-run hotel near the Monkey Fingers, where we were welcomed with traditional Moroccan tea. The room was small but clean, exactly what we needed for the night. Dinner was served as a buffet, and after that, the hotel owners treated us to some incredible live music playing traditional instruments, which marked an end to the first day of our trip from Marrakech to the Sahara Desert. The next morning, we fuel up with Moroccan breakfast, fresh bread, cucumbers, fruits, orange juice and even some local meatballs. Then we hit the road again, heading towards Tinghir, a picturesque town surrounded by lush palm groves. In here, we visit a family-run carpet shop where we learn about this incredible craftsmanship behind Moroccan rugs. Each carpet is hand-woven by a single person, and if they don't finish it, no one else is allowed to continue. Some take months, even years to complete, and if the artist passes away, the family decides whether to keep it or finish it. If you fall in love with one, they can even ship it straight away to your home. From there, we move on to Todra Gorge, a breathtaking canyon with towering rock walls and a small river running through it. It is a beautiful and peaceful place to stretch your legs and admire the natural beauty before grabbing lunch. After a very quick stop at a local restaurant for some food, it was time to get back on the road again. Still about 4 hours of driving ahead, the journey took us through some stunning scenic roads, surrounded by towering orange mountains, lush green palm trees, and charming old villages along the way. But the real highlight was awaiting for us just ahead. As we drove towards Erg Chebbi, the dunes of Sahara slowly came into the view, and seeing them for the first time, it really was something else. The endless golden waves stretching into the horizon, it's simply mesmerizing. Arriving at our drop-off point, we had two options: stay in shared accommodation near the desert edge or upgrade to a luxury experience deep in the dunes. And of course, we went all in. With our scarves wrapped around our heads looking like desert warriors straight out of action movie, our guides loaded our luggage into the pickup truck. And from there, we hopped into 4x4 and tore across the rolling dunes like something straight out of Mad Max. After about 10 or 15 minutes of racing through the dunes, we arrived at our next ride, the ultimate desert transport, camels. Unlike in some other parts of Africa, the camels here are well cared for, with access to food and water, and they only take guests in and out of the camp once a day, during sunrise and sunset to avoid the heat. At least, that's what we're told. For the next 45 minutes, we rode through the endless golden dunes, watching the sun slowly sink below the horizon. Being there in the evening, in the heart of the Sahara, with no sign of civilization in sight, was an experience like no other, a sunset that we will never forget. Our final destination for the night is the Merzouga luxury camp, where we are treated to a private tent with a massive bed and even a private bathroom. Pure desert luxury.
So we have just arrived in our luxury camp. We're going to the tent for the first time. We haven't seen it yet, so we're exploring together. So let's have a look. Let's go in, guys! So that is our luxury tent for tonight. The camel ride and watching the sunset on Sahara is truly a magical moment that will forever stay in our memory. The ride and the stop to watch the sunset and arrive to the camp takes about 2.5 hours, I would say, but it really is enjoyable experience. If you go for the luxury option, as we did, then you are allowed to take more luggage with you, as it will be taken on 4x4 car. But if you don't go for the luxury option, then you are allowed to take only small bag with you. We arrive here at 8:45 and we'll have dinner served in 15 minutes, so we'll just get ready and go and have some food before going to bed.
For the dinner, we were treated to delicious 3-course meal, a selection of fresh starters, flavorful main courses, and sweet, juicy fruits for dessert. Every dish was fresh, rich in flavor, and absolutely delicious. After dinner, we all gathered around the campfire, gazing up at the massive crystal clear sky, where every single star was visible. As our hosts played traditional music on local instruments, the atmosphere was pure magic, one of those unforgettable moments that stays with you forever. The next morning, we woke up early to witness the sun rising over the golden dunes, a breathtaking finale to our desert adventure. Soon after, we hopped onto our camels for one last ride back to Erg Chebbi, where our minibus was waiting to take us all the way back to Marrakech. This 3-day trip with Get Your Guide was an absolute dream. From the winding roads of the Atlas Mountains to the ancient walls of Ait Benhaddou, the surreal landscapes of Monkey Fingers, and finally, the unforgettable experience of spending a night in the heart of Sahara, every moment was pure magic. If you enjoyed this video about Get Your Guide trip to the Sahara Desert or found it useful, then give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content. If you have any questions about this trip or have done this trip before, then let us know in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. But for now, thanks very much for watching, and until the next time, bye for now.